Okay. Okay, so 100 years ago, great-grandpa is walking around on the Earth, and if you've got a really good telescope or set of binoculars from space, you can see him walking. Now, the light has been going out at the speed of light. Okay, so the light that was emitted when Grandpa was walking around is now 100 light years from Earth. If you're out there and you've got a really, really great telescope, which doesn't exist and would be very hard to do, yes, you're picking up that light and you can look at that little piece of Earth as Grandpa's walking. You would not hear anything. All you can do is get light. Now, what has Hubble been doing? And I heard you talking over there, so I was getting the idea. Hubble is looking out there. Let's say it's looked back 12 billion years. So what it is seeing is light that has been traveling for 12 billion years. So it is seeing what happened 12 billion years ago. It's seeing a star being formed. Now, you've seen some of those great pictures of these nebulae, the Horsehead's Nebula. Wow, those are millions and millions of years away, and the light is what it was then. In other words, Hubble has been looking at stars that long since died.
Yeah. So
because we will not be able to see what's happening right now at trillions and trillions and trillions of miles away. There's something happening, but the light travels at 186,000 miles per second. So it takes seconds, days, years, centuries for it to get to us, but all we're seeing is what was happening then. So that's the miracle that Webb will be looking at the first galaxies to form after the Big Bang, and a lot of this energy and material has cooled and formed matter, and pretty soon the matter is accumulating and making the first stars. That's what we're hoping Webb is going to be looking at. But it's what happened 13 billion years ago, not what's happening today at that point in space. Does that all make sense?
So the universe is expanding, everyone says, right?
Yes.
Okay, what is
That's the reason for the redshift.
Okay, so what is the universe expanding into?
Well, you see, that's the problem. It's an infinite. Yeah, this gets into some real cosmological arguments, and then if you want to get theological, you can really go nuts. But it's just, there isn't any space other than what's in the universe.
Well, that's my
hey, I can't get my mind around it either, because we think in terms of three-dimensional space, and if I blow up a balloon, it gets bigger and it's expanding into the atmosphere.
Right.
Yeah, but that's not the way it works on a cosmological scale. You just kind of keep your mind inside the universe and just accept the fact that we're in there. In fact, there is no center of the universe either, and that gets into some real weird stuff where you start to look at, well, where'd the Big Bang occur? You know, there must be a signpost there for the historical marker that says Big Bang occurred here. Well, no.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Are we really made of stardust?
Oh, absolutely. All of the major elements that are incorporated in your body, iron, cobalt, nickel. I mean, you've got a little of everything in you, even including some uranium because you're breathing air. All those heavy elements were created when a star went nova. It's not until that star is destroyed that all of a sudden iron and uranium and all these other heavy elements are manufactured. Remember, the universe started off with, nothing. It was pure energy. And then it cooled and became protons and neutrons and electrons, and these became atoms. And atoms glued together in stars, and out of hydrogen we made helium in the star. That's what our star is doing all the time. And then as certain phases of the star continue, more and heavier elements are being made. Oxygen, carbon, and then eventually into iron when all kinds of bad things happen to the star. So the point is, yes, you are the result of these things that were going on 13 billion years ago. Those stars formed, they died, they exploded, they created more elements, they spread through the universe, they eventually coalesced, they exploded again, they coalesced, and you're the result of billions of years of stars born and died. Kind of makes you feel insignificant, doesn't it?